All right, hear me out. I'm drinking this Macallan 12-year-old out of a Glencairn glass. It tastes fantastic. Here's why. First of all, it's not new Macallan 12-year-old. No offense, Macallan. It's old Macallan 12-year-old. It came in a bottle that was shaped like this, or earlier. You've probably got the good Macallan that tastes very sherried and very delicious and is super worth the price tag that we all pay for it, as opposed to whatever it is we're getting right now with American Oak that I really don't think we should talk about. So anyways, that's besides the point. Show today, Glencairn glass. Whole lots of glasses right in front of me that we're going to talk about that are different because you guys keep asking. You guys keep asking like, hey, what does that glass do? Or hey, what does that glass do? And today we're going to answer that question. Come on.
Damn, you were angry with that one.
I told you I was going to end up ranting. I didn't mean to rant too much, but I was just excited about these silver spoons at the end.
That's real cool. And by the way, if you guys don't follow Scotch Stiff on Instagram, he got to make spoons twice with Bill Vinny.
Bar spoons,
which is kind of cool.
Silver bar spoons. These are real 925 silver too. That's the best part.
You didn't have to bring your own silver either, right? Like they had it there.
Correct. No, they paid for it. Yeah.
So I have my own silver. I'll bring it over.
This one, I got to make my own little.
This
one
nice.
was more spoony, and this is okay because where I heated it, you could see tighter twists here and here. And then this time when I went, I made a teardrop style, and I went super tight twists around the whole thing.
I'm surprised you didn't put a plunger or something on the back.
What do you mean?
You haven't seen some bar spoons that have a muddler at the back?
No.
Oh, some even have a fork.
These just have a little spot for your fingers. You smash this so your fingers can do this stuff. Whiskey glasses, huh? Then why is Wally waving? I'm waving spoons because I'm having fun, Steve, and I'm trying to tell you about my week. Because earlier this week I got to go make my second bar spoon with a bunch of bartenders from Baltimore because Balvenie invited me again to go do it. So they're cool. $120 each time, so I'm not going to complain.
That's
I'm not complaining at all.
I won't complain either. Also, we have a question... chat question of the day. What whiskey do you order at a bar if they do not have a good selection?
You're an artist.
Go to whiskey bar. Go to bar whiskey. If you want to answer that, please let us know. We'll kind of sidetrack.
Oh, that's a legit question. I forgot even about the question because I went to go take a shower.
I know, and I had to make one up. So
I forgot to answer Charles's question about a question. So yeah. Cool. So
he's an artist. So
I'm gonna weld my own copper one soon because copper's easy to weld.
Since the whiskey and you're having a sip, and Mac 12 is on yours, right?
The old Mac 12.
Old?
You know what's funny? All right, can I just say something real quick?
You got spoon indeed, Tabs.
I literally went to go crack this open today, and I was like, I wonder if it's just my brain thinking that Macallan has changed, and then Macallan hasn't changed. I poured this in my glass, and this is better. No offense, Macallan. This is better than any recent Macallan, and this is just the 12 from 4 years ago. I mean, anything that's come out in the last year or two from Macallan.
Number 4, number 2?
Number 4 is really good, but for completely different reasons. I'm talking about Macallan,
regular release?
12, 18, I'm talking about 25. Everything's changed so much. You get the 25 from 5 years ago, delicious. You get the 12 from 5 years ago, delicious. You get the 12 and the 25 from today, which I've tried both of.
Yeah. And that's what's hard, right? Because that people have a few of these stored away. They're going to be opening those, and then once they're gone, they're going to be like, what the... Yeah.
That's the worst part is the new stuff. So they have that new master blender, Casey, Kristen. Anyways, she's the new. She's gonna be the new blender, I guess, replacing Nick Savage after he left. But they do have a team of people, as you can see on the Mac number 5. If you looked at it, it has 2 names on it from the team. But yeah, Christine is her name. So she was the blender for Famous Grouse. She already worked for Edgington.
Yeah.
So she was the blender for all the Famous Grouse. So she knows her palette.
Yeah.
I'm actually really excited about her because I'm hoping she'll bring this back to.
And I think the reason why
glory. And I'm afraid that it's because European oak.
I think people
left. You think so?
I think people left because it was going in a different direction, and then they had to get somebody that can follow suit.
That's conjecture / speculation.
No,
but
100% speculation. But I'm just saying, you can tell this is the direction to go. They're going American. That number 5 was a sure thing. Hey,
the number 5. Oh,
Famous
my gosh.
Grouse uses American, I think.
Oh, you know what's funny is I bought the number 5 this week and I didn't even grab it because instant regrets.
What?
The number 5. YouTube's not receiving what? Oh, sorry. Just the number 5 was
No. Let us
As such,
know
we
if
were
you guys are experiencing laggy
Oh, we should also record it locally so that we can also upload
next time. But yeah.
whatever. Anyways,
Bona tonight?
but yeah,
Go
so
for it.
Buddha tonight, that sounds really good. Yeah, but I am really excited about Christine.
I think it's Christine.
I'm excited about the new lady, Casey. I'm excited about Casey getting back into there because I'm hoping
was
she'll
she
bring some
the
of
one
that back.
that
But if it
helped
turns,
out with the was it the Galaxy or whatever that one was?
oh, the
You know what I'm talking about? The one that you didn't want to try.
you just said Galaxy, not Galaxy. It's the
Genesis?
not Gallery, Genesis. There it is.
Genesis.
So is the G. Yeah, the Genesis. No, it wasn't. That wasn't her. That was actually the one lady who has her name on the number 5. Why didn't I grab the number 5? That's a new bottle for this week.
Yeah. I was gonna say
That's
like,
my bad that I didn't grab it.
yeah. So for me, Bardstown. A lot of people can talk about this on Instagram.
I did grab this.
So excited about this. So actually, it was pretty good. I'll do a more in-depth review later, but positive so far. It doesn't taste like a really young whiskey, which is great.
I fell for marketing, so I saw this and saw Cavehill and didn't read the side and see that this is their 4 grain.
Yeah.
I love their 4 grain. I cracked this open and I was like, man, I really like this. It's the 4 grain. It's just rebranded.
Yes.
I'm an idiot and I have 2 bottles open.
So you do know like they rebranded all their things to
Correct.
names
High
after people.
Gold, Cavehill, Box or something, and the other one. And I'm just mad that I bought. You know, I'm mad on one hand because I fell for marketing, and I'm not mad on the other hand because this is the good bottle.
Good one, the one you like. That's
yeah.
funny. Legion tonight. Yeah. A buddy of mine has a bottle. I haven't heard positive things about it, but people say it's okay.
It's meh.
Yeah.
And like it's so funny. So Denver and Liley posted a picture at an airport at World of Whiskeys. They have a giant shelf full of it, and I'm like,
just like they had the Game of Thrones ones.
Yeah, exactly.
The same.
Because I wrote him and I was like, it's meh, and he was like, is it that bad? I was like, it's. I don't have regrets buying it, but at the same time, like it wasn't a good decision at $30 either. Whatever.
It's a smart concept, but yeah, we'll see. I can't judge because I've never tried it. Wally has, so.
I should send you a sample. And Steve's right. I am meh, so it's okay.
I don't mind being meh. And Steve also noted that Glenfiddich or Talisker is his kind of go-to brands for if they don't have a bar selection. Most people have Glenfiddich 12. I don't see a lot of Talisker around.
I'll see Talisker Storm in a lot of places. I'm always surprised by that.
Yeah.
But I don't ever see their aged stuff.
Yeah, Glenfiddich 12 I see a lot. In like, because that's like it's one of those, right? It's one of those scotches that they just have on the bar.
Yeah, I mean, it's the #1 selling for a reason.
Yeah, good choices, man. Alrighty, so new bottles out of the way. What's in your glasses out of the way? Let's go into the topic. So, what kind of dragged you in talking about glasses?
Okay, so yeah, this really comes from like I have been asked 1,000 billion million. All right, I'll just pull the glass out.
1,000 bajillion
so
million times.
This is such a weird glass that people have asked me about constantly and nonstop. But it's this one right here.
Cradle, right?
This is the spittoon or the bedpan glass, aka the neat glass. I forget the guy who developed this. He's actually good friends with Denver and a few other people because the guy who developed this is also on like the San Francisco whiskey board or whatever for people who do the tastings.
Okay.
I get the concept of this glass, and I've looked for like the spot above the glass you're supposed to smell where it concentrates all the flavors and it lets the esters escape to the side. But this is a pain in the butt to drink from. It just spills all over your face. I would not spend the money again if I had to. I did it because unfortunately glasses to me are like whiskey. Okay. I need to try them all so that I can give you an informed decision.
Okay.
When you drink from this, it's so wide on the outside it spills all over your face, and it's just not it's not a good time. It doesn't enhance anything.
That's interesting because like being a layman, right, looking at it, I'm like, all right, it could, funnel the esters out, evaporate stuff more, kind of give you a better whiff of things instead of like a typical, where's the Glencairn? Like a typical Glencairn where it focuses stuff, that one kind of opens it up more. That's what I'm assuming that we're thinking.
Yeah, right? It's supposed to let the alcohol out of the sides, and then there's supposed to be a sweet spot, allegedly, somewhere right around here where you get like all the esters and aldehydes in your nose.
In my head, like drinking that would be a pain in the butt.
It is. No. As soon as you go and take it to your lips, it's going all over your face.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Also, it's shaped like a bedpan, so if you peed in this, you're getting pee all over your face. And if you're into that...
All right. Not a fan. All right, got it. Not a fan.
Not a fan either. So that's the first one.
Yeah. I guess you want to go into like regular everyday... Like, all right, so we brought up the Glencairn, right? So tell us about the Glencairn.
A facial glass. Oh, goodness.
By the way, this is a Scotch Sif brand one.
That's just a regular Glencairn. What do you want to know about that?
So this is basically what most people in the industry use, right? Like in the whiskey industry use.
For two reasons.
One,
it works because it's
Yep.
concentrated nose like you have in your hand, and 2, it's $6.
Yep.
Like,
And it's
that's
crystal.
great.
So, which is great. Like, the quality is great. I think just because it's so cheap, that's why it became the standard. But overall, like, it does what it's meant to do. It doesn't go over your face. It's perfect for sniffing. Me personally, my nose is a bit too big,
Yeah.
but
So is mine. Actually, mine is like on the edge.
yeah, I'm almost touching the sides. But overall, like, it is a great glass. And basically it's a standard size too. So most well-known or most decent whiskey bars will have Glencairn if you ask them.
Decent one. So that's funny that Kevin just said that in the chat,
Yeah.
that if they serve whiskey neat in a tumbler, it's not a whiskey bar, and that's the problem. Is a lot of these whiskey bars don't actually have Glencairns. A lot of whiskey bars just have, there you go, the rocks tumbler, or if you want,
Whiskey emoji.
that's the whiskey emoji whiskey glass.
This is the whiskey emoji. So this is what people think whiskey's drank out of.
It's so silly. It's so weird that that's what people think.
That's
like, if
the
nothing
emoji.
else, the Glencairn should be the emoji for whiskey.
I would think so too, but then maybe
At this
Glencairn
point,
would be
everyone
like,
knows it.
Glencairn would be like, no, you have to pay us royalties every time someone uses the uses the
Nah,
emoji.
that
But
wouldn't be fun.
it is kind of weird, but yes, this is what people think. It's usually blocks of ice with some whiskey in it. That's kind of what people think whiskey
Yeah.
is drunk out of.
So another glass that
Yeah.
makes you spill on yourself that a lot of people seem to love, but I think they just like it because it's expensive.
Oh, the Norlet, right?
Yep, Norland.
Yeah.
And I only have one of these because the other one shattered into 1,000 pieces because these things are made out of the thinnest glass on the planet, except for at the lip, where when you drink it, it's so fat at the lip, it's uncomfortable to drink from. It's
So
the design is
yeah, what is the design
interesting, but
for?
so it's got these little divots on the inside of the glass at the bottom.
Yeah.
So it like helps to aerate the whiskey, and then it's got obviously the outside and the inside, so it's double walled so that you don't affect the whiskey's temperature with your hands.
So
the concept is interesting, but this lip being like 4 inches fat,
Yeah.
it's just not a good time to drink.
So
from.
I get the part where not to warm up your whiskey, right? So a lot of people use you have a copita somewhere?
I do.
So a lot of people use a copita, right? Not so they don't warm up the glass, warm up the whiskey. The part I don't understand is the agitation part. I heard agitation really doesn't do anything to the whiskey. What do you think? In your experience, like, this is just your preference?
So a lot of people say that swirling whiskey doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: if you swirl the whiskey onto parts of the glass where alcohol wasn't, and now there's alcohol there,
Yeah.
it's going to give more surface area to evaporate more alcohol.
I agree,
And
yes.
should bring down the proof of the whiskey. Theoretically, science.
Yeah.
The quicker way to do it is just to add a little bit of water, but the idea is the same.
But like, you think about it, like, the reason why people do it is because of wine, right? Wine, you need time to aerate to get all that. You know.
Wine people do it because they think that the more legs that they see coming down has to do with the alcohol content and less to do with the actual viscosity of the wine. But
Yeah.
this is like a giant argument for a bunch of nerds.
And that's why it's like, so do you think that the Nolan Glass is trying to push forward that kind of, hey, you guys have to agitate your whiskey to get this? Like, Richard Patterson says that, you know, you have to swing whiskey out of the glass, right? So you can coat the whole glass and so on and so forth.
Does it to clean the glass,
Yeah.
exactly.
So, like, I
And the
personally
pierce
just,
is
like,
like-
basically run around and
Dang.
drink it much, but yeah.
This Macallan 12 is so freaking good. I'm never going to buy a new bottle.
Or find older bottles, man.
Yeah, no, I have to find the older ones because good lord, that's good. But yeah, great segue you just did to the Copita. So
Yeah.
the Copita is no different than the Glencairn. It just has a base that's easier to grab with your hands like this.
Yeah.
But you know what would be awesome is if somebody designed a glass that was actually built for your hands to hold the glass like that. Holy crap, it looks like someone did it. So the alcoholic Irish, and with Steve, you're absolutely right. Bianca probably is swearing at me
bet.
for trashing the Norland / that national treasure.
She's a big fan of the Nolan Glass?
I don't have any mason jars, but I should have grabbed the little Sugarland Sunshine mason jar I have.
Yeah, I don't.
So this is the 2-off, and if you guys haven't had a chance
2-off.
to put this in your hand, it holds like six ounces.
All right, so definitely
This is-
Irish people.
It's definitely Irish, but if you look at the base of it and how it's shaped, this is a perfect spot for your finger to go and a perfect spot for your thumb to go. So like it's literally built for your hand, and it does
Interesting.
such a good job. It's
Okay.
so cool. And then of course it does the same feature as the neat. You've got it opening up just a little
how's
more
that?
after it concentrates.
How's that when you're drinking?
So I only drink Irish whiskey out of this,
Oh,
and
so fancy.
it's pretty much just patties. So I don't know how fancy that is that I paid more
But-
for this glass than I
But
paid for
does
that bottle of patties.
the liquid go around your face and stuff like that? Because that's what you said.
No, it's this is easy to drink
Good.
from.
Awesome.
Copita or Copita? I always say
Copita?
Copita.
I say Copita. And then early in my whiskey journey, I used like I think this is an Ouzo grappa glass.
That's
So
almost as fancy as the 1920
so
bartender's
a
glass.
lot of times people use it, especially stuff with high alcohol, just like Ouzo is. It allows more vapors to come out. It's more funneled. Plus, it's just easier. Like it's something that I had around. So I don't know if it does anything. This is such a small opening that alcohol would just like funnel straight to your nostrils.
To your nose, yeah, which
So
probably doesn't help anything.
yeah, and by the way, advice: if you guys are new into whiskeys, especially if you're getting into high proof, do not stuff your nose into the whiskey. It does burn nose hairs. It can make people feel sick. So
Sometimes everybody has different levels
Yeah.
of tolerances for alcohol, so find yours by putting your nose closer, and then
agree.
figure out what your range is for optimal nosing.
because yeah, when I was in
90% of what
the
you taste is what you smell.
launch
The blender's
party,
glass, that's what I was thinking
a
about.
lot of people put their nose into the barrel, right about.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, calm down, don't stuff it in there. You're gonna So
The one glass man. Hello. Steve, the blender's glass. So the 1920s blender's glass is that's a super fancy glass, like too fancy. I think they
the
go for
blenders
like
one's
100,
like one of those,
$120.
or the
No,
big
they're shaped like a bulb, and then they have like a little
opening.
circle at the top.
I've seen
Yeah,
a few people use that.
they look crazy, but they're mad expensive.
All right. What else?
Whiskey glass that gives you a little bit more room for your nose.
Yeah.
Since I've already taken pictures of this and people ask me about this glass all the time, here we are, just like the neat glass that people ask me about all the time. People ask me about this glass all the time. Also, it is the Denver and Liley whiskey glass, which is now only $40, which is sweet. But since I had to just recently pay for it to replace it,
That's funny though.
I like it
Sorry.
because when you put your face to it, your nose is completely immersed in the glass. So it's not like the Glencairn where you're just on the edge of the glass.
Yep.
You literally can like pick the amount of immersive experience you want your nose to suffer or enjoy inside of the whiskey. So I think this actually does help to smell the whiskey,
For me, it's
which of course helps
retrohaling.
the whiskey. Exactly. It makes it easy to retrohale
Yeah.
because you can't breathe anything else.
And if you guys don't know what retrohaling is, it's basically breathing through your mouth.
Yeah, so it's a super interesting glass. I had a huge reservations about it at first, it being $50.
Yeah,
and I
the
didn't
price
understand.
point was expensive, and I think that's
Yeah, I've got a video on that on Scotch and Sniff's YouTube that explains, like, I interviewed Denver for why these
Costs
glasses
so
cost
much,
$50 or now $40 thanks to shipping less in America.
Yep.
And it makes sense. They're handmade, so
handmade crystal, right?
Yep. Titanium crystal.
Is that okay? Fair enough.
Yeah.
And then segue into this is their bourbon glass. So basically the same concept of the glass that you just showed, but with more of a base. And what they say, I think it's for ice. So then people have ice in there and stuff like
they
that.
know a lot of American whiskey people like ice.
So it's interesting. I enjoy it. I personally bring my Traveler around, and is it Traveler? Explorer, and I also bring the Traveler flask around. I do think that it is definitely a glass for you, not for others. It's your personal glass, I would say, if you bring a glass around with you, if you want to be more serious about that, or just something that you're enjoying by yourself, because it is a bit pricey.
Yeah. I only have 3 more.
Go for it, man. I got bajillions.
Here, before we go any further, since I would say this is like close to halfway point.
Yeah.
If you guys would post in chat, like, what's your favorite glass? Like, what glass do you like to use
what do you guys
most?
personally use? Yeah.
Because like on an almost daily basis, like I'll grab either a Denver and Liley or a Glencairn, and like for me it's 50-50 depending on what's clean on my
if
shelf.
he does Irish, then he goes for that Irish glass, I'm assuming.
I'll go for the 2 off if I'm doing Irish, but it's it's rare that I'm busting out the patties. But it is super good. You guys have a bunch of you taken my suggestion on the patties, and like it makes me really excited that you guys like it as much as I do, because it's like $17 and it tastes great.
One glass man goes to Copito, all right.
Yeah,
I think I would too. But I like my Denver and Liley glass. I don't know why.
Mini Glencairn. This one is Glenrothes.
Yeah, what's that?
I've
2
got
ounce?
a couple of different ones. I don't even think it's for 2 ounces. But yeah, it's super tiny. Just an interesting glass.
It's a great tasting glass. Just kind of like the small Highland Park one. I don't know what this is called.
Yeah, so that's
those, right?
exactly. So the small Highland Park one is just like the big Highland Park one. This is closer to just like a rocks glass. I don't know what you'd call it. Oh, Canadian whiskey glass is nice, and I want to grab one of those.
I have one of those in a second.
But yeah, this is the Highland Park one is closer to like just a regular rocks glass. Just yours is a smaller version of it.
This is a regular Glencairn.
Glencairn, but you're biased, of course you're, because you're getting them for like $1.
Yeah.
Super good, like $2 or $5, whatever they are. You're cheap. You're getting them for cheaper than we are.
Yeah, no, like this is probably one of my favorite tasting glasses. Like just if I want to pour something small, it moderates for me. And you did mention the Canadian whiskey glass, which is this one here.
So, oh, you got Canadian glass. You do have one.
It's a Canadian
That's
glass.
super cool.
And
I'm
then
laughing at Steve.
what's the normal? What's I'm like this. It's a bourbon glass. I have one here somewhere. Where is it? Bourbon Trail glass. Here we go.
Oh, the Bourbon Trail glass?
Yeah. So this is the Canadian one. So this is what people want you like Canadian rye whiskeys.
And that's close to that
And this is
master.
the Bourbon Trail glass.
That's right, Cody.
Which is more rounded, which is interesting. I would have thought it would be more open because a lot more bourbons are higher proof. But
Yeah, to let more of the alcohol out.
yeah, interesting.
That's super bulbous.
Yeah.
All right, I've only got one more glass.
Go for it.
All right, and this last glass was broken in with chocolate milk, and you already know what it is. If you want to feel really
Most
fancy,
expensive glass on the show.
actual crystal, Christophe Pillet is the design studio that created this piece of Baccarat crystal glass for $500
Sunflower
if you
glass, I
want.
call it.
That's what's too. Yeah. So when you put your hand on the bottom of it, so it's funny because you'll put whiskey in it and it turns like a golden yellow color, and then when you put your hand to the bottom of it, it makes like this dark shadow in the middle that actually makes it look like a sunflower in your hand. So it's super pimp. It's over the top. I bought mine on eBay for more money than I want to talk about, but it is a really cool design and just something different. Sometimes you want to feel fancy. Like I poured the Glencairn 23 grand in it just to feel fancy. So it's whatever. I'm not a fancy person. I don't know. I got what is the expression, like wine taste your money?
Yeah, it's all good, Steve. We can all agree with Wally.
Got fancy wine taste and whiskey money.
No, but like the key thing about this is that
Buying by the pallet. Oh, Lord.
Is that most people, just use everyday glasses and stuff like that. Doesn't enhance an experience. So if you can afford it, and most people can, a Glencairn would be great. If you guys don't have, if you're just using tumblers,
Yeah,
that's
never.
like the best recommendation.
Yeah, Glencairn is a great step up from a tumbler, but just the tumbler is going to be so open-mouthed.
Yeah.
You're not going to get the full experience of what you're tasting and nosing, versus the Glencairn, at least it'll bring the nose to you. It makes your life a lot easier. It's pretty good.
Kevin, see, that's a smart idea, but the problem is with glasses, it's personal preference. It's always personal preference.
So I have done that.
And what do you think?
But all my problems come down to differences in my ability to drink on top of just tasting. Yes, nosing is 90% of what you taste. Yes, it's important to people to nose it well. Yes, most of these glasses help with that. But like, there's nothing more annoying than having a glass like the Neat or the Norland that spills on your face instead of puts it in your mouth.
Yeah, I can see that.
That sounds really weird.
Yeah.
I'll never say that again.
No, but it's just interesting, right? Like for me, I personally think that the Denver Lighting does enhance my experience, but I can see other people it's just like, oh no, I like the Glencairn, it's perfectly fine with me.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. So there's a value proposition there, right? It's like $6 gets me 90% of the everything I'm looking for the rest of these glasses. Like, why do I need to spend more?
Yeah, no, I totally agree, and it's fun too because like we are wider nosed people, and
heat evaporate the larger the opening. I hope so.
Like it makes it easier for us anyway, for wider nosed type people.
Are you saying for like people with Asian and black noses?
Just saying people that have wider noses.
Big strawberries on the front of their face.
It just is what it is, right? And like for me, it's the hardest thing because like especially with higher proof back in the early days, having that Glencairn like funnel it all to your nose, like I had no space in there. It was just like sucking it all up. So
yeah.
It seemed like those.
Yeah, Ben, I agree with that. Some of them really do change. It's because you have the ability to smell so much more, and because it changes how much of the nose you're getting, it changes the flavor of the whiskey.
So it's power suggestion too, man.
Yeah, that doesn't help. It doesn't help, especially if somebody is like,
especially how expensive the glasses are. Like this is a $50 or $80 glass. This must be 10 times better. No, maybe it's just a show, or yeah. Well, if you're spending that much money, man,
is this 500 times better than a Glencairn? No,
I know, but the experience must be. I have to admit, it was a pretty cool experience.
The experience of what we did with the $4,000 cognac, yes, that was a good time.
And what do you say? Like, if you get a bottle, you get like 2 glasses or something.
Yeah, I just really wanted a fancy glass. Like,
how much?
That's all it boiled down.
How much you bought that one for?
I got one for $150 and one for $170.
Yeah, like that's an expensive glasses, man. Do you have a Louis Vuitton bottle in the back somewhere, or?
No, thank goodness. I did not actually go out and buy a bottle of Louis Vuitton. Although they raised the price at Costco. It used to be $2,700, $26.99, but they raised the price to $29.99. So it's still $1,000 off of what you're going to spend retail somewhere else. It's still expensive.
Damn. That's crazy.
Yeah. If I spend $3,000, I'm buying number 6.
Yeah. But So Wally, you said that it's either the Denver Liley and the Glencairn, right? Is kind of your pick?
Yeah, those are just the regular ones that those are
Go
my
to.
dailies.
That
Yeah,
seems
those are
to
my
be the same
go-to.
thing for me, unless I'm like lazy and well, if I drink old fashions and it goes straight into the
Oh, if I drink old fashions, then I'm busting out. I didn't even bring one, but I have martini glasses. I
oh
love putting old fashions or just
the martini glasses.
Boulevardier, just fancy. Yeah, I'll put fancy drinks into a martini glass.
Like usually it's
Like,
like sometimes maybe it's a coupe for sour,
oh, there you go. Or you can put a coupe. You can put
but
Manhattan in there, or
it's usually a
whatever you
tumbler for
want.
me. Like if it's old fashioned, it goes straight into a tumbler for some reason.
Old fashioned can go in anything. Sometimes you want it to feel fancy.
I guess I'm not that fancy.
Old fashioned is just whiskey and sugar, anyways.
Yeah, but yeah, let us know. Chat. Leave us also in the comments if you guys want to talk about the chat question of the day. What glasses do you guys use? Do you guys use a Denver Liley or a Neat or Norlin or whatever? Let us know what your experience is. We've heard good and bad things about them, and we just love to know what our audience thinks.
I think I've seen the Luigi Borgnelli.
Sounds fancy. But yeah.
Luigi Borgnelli.
While it checks
I have.
the
Okay.
glass, what is it? What's it look like? You want to show it up?
Hold on, I'm changing the whatchamacallit because he said
Ben,
specifically
bro,
the
you're
VS.
always fancy, man. Just look at your. You're drinking one glasses or two glasses in that photo. Yeah, I'm not fancy. But to be honest, it is kind of funny when I bring out, like when I'm going out to bars and I bring out my own glass. It is kind of weird.
Dang, their cognac brandy glass is like super cool looking. It's just a big fat brandy glass.
Do you bring your own glasses around?
Yeah, that's whiskey.
Wally, do you bring your own glasses around?
No, I know you do. And you know what's funny is at Jack Rose, one of the two owners, he does that. He brings his own. He's got brandy glasses like this.
Yeah.
And he literally brings them to Jack Rose so that he can drink stuff when he wants to. So
That's interesting.
I mean, pretty freaking fancy.
But,
$55.
And I think
it's for a set of 6.
And I think the reason why I bring mine is just for one, like for photos, right? It's always nice to in that kind of glass, and I know that with this leather case, it's not gonna break like a Glencairn can.
I only go to one bar, so for photos, it's like
No, it's pretty.
Jack Rose has plenty of Glencairns.
Plus, it's pretty dark too. So
I'm always shooting in there when it's dark.
I know. And then and what's weird is I've been known for that too. It's like people know in the bars, like they'll wait for my glass to come out.
That's funny.
Like they're like, oh yeah, Charles, we'll let you do that. Like, all right.
I do and get made fun of. Oh, well, that's why. No, I'd bring it too if it was Miami.
Oh, they serve it in rocks glass? That makes sense, dude. Like sometimes I just let them serve it in rocks glass and I pour it in.
Ben, go take all of our money, develop a new Glencairn holder that fits in your pocket for one glass.
What am I Glencairn holder like around your neck?
Take all of our. I don't know. Like one you can fit in your pocket.
Because I've seen
like a small case.
I've seen some people like what you call it, like during shows and stuff, have like a neck.
I've seen that at whiskey events where they have. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, that's smart.
I guess if you're an alcoholic and you don't want to fall down on top of it, whatever.
Well, don't.
Oh! This is for all of you guys. I just saw this
Christian,
today, and I know
about
we're coming close to the end of the show. I just saw this today. It was really, really cool. And have you ever seen those pictures that are like, to figure out your first name and your last name for like if it's your superhero name or your
stripper name,
your stripper name or whatever. Today I saw one that said, let's figure out your alcoholic name. Oh. So your first name is your first name.
Yeah.
And your last name
is your last name. Yeah, I can see that.
Also, you're an alcoholic.
I will admit I drink a lot. So. Okay, so look a bar. Wow. Rose, you are a godsend. Damn, she donated extra Glencairns, man.
Yeah, no, that's
legit.
Oh, and she can use them when she goes there. That's such a good idea.
Yeah. She's like, hey, I want one of those glasses. Take it out of the guy's mouth. It's mine.
Oh, wow. I don't know about that.
Done. You don't have any more glasses.
That's messed up.
Also, Rose, you could always hook up with Ben, and Ben can give you a sweet deal.
Oh yes. And then you can have from where I jam glasses in your local bar.
Yeah. Boom. Done. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us. We just Wally wanted a way to kind of point people towards glasses recommendations since he's been getting a lot of requests for it. I think it's a fun topic because it's all personal. Like I bring personal glasses around. I drink out of this and the Denver Liley glass. It is not a ad or anything. I paid for these for myself.
No, this isn't an ad. All these glasses now, thanks to me breaking my Denver and Liley glass, I have paid for all these glasses.
So I paid for all my glasses as well, and it's funny how you just gravitate towards a certain type. I don't know why. Like I'll wash the glasses that I want to use instead of like clean glasses. La la la.
First of all, can I just say that this is the best Macallan 12 that they've had in a long time, next to the Grand Reserva, which came from the same generation. So really, the problem is
the
just
Grand
their
Reserve
modern.
like Asians only?
Correct. It was Taiwan and Japan only, and like people don't understand how good it is. And when my bottle goes away, I'm gonna cry because I only have like 3 more pours in mine.
I think Bagusta had some. I think he found one
correct.
at like a Japanese shop.
Yeah, a couple of people have found some recently, and like it makes me so mad. Like it's so this 12
Ooh.
is fantastic and sherried, very very sherried. The 12 Grand Reserva is it's like the cast strength, but not as hot.
And it makes sense too. Like the Asian palate's more on a sweeter note, but you're removing that away. Do you think they're gonna gravitate to more of a gingery note?
Oh, this is more no.
But that's the market that everyone wants to target. Everyone wants to target China.
We got ginger in our we got ginger with wasabi in our sushi. We don't need any of that. We don't need any more ginger. Yeah. Freaking all Asian food is full of ginger. Oh my gosh, it makes me so mad.
It's very interesting to see like maybe Macallan's moving away from that. Maybe they're moving away from that.
Good. Let them move away from it. Somebody needs to step in and fill the gap because I will pay more for whiskey that tastes like old Macallan.
There you go.
Than I will pay for stuff.
Oh wait,
we already know it. Everybody knows
where did the master distiller move to? From Macallan before? What if they?
Oh, I'm not. I'll give him some years to fix Bladnock. If you've had Bladnock recently, H to the no. It's a lowland and it tastes like.
Just you wait 5 years from now, 10 years from now, man.
Yeah, 10 years.
Might be it.
We'll give him 10 years.
Might be it.
10 years and it might be super good, but today Bladnock is
Yeah, and on that note, thank you guys. Deuces.
Grand Reserve they pulled out last weekend was great. Yes, it's so good.
Boom.
Nobody's joking. Grand Reserve is so amazing. Bye guys. Bye.
Deuces.